Week 8 SFL action continues tonight as the St. Louis Gladiators play host to the Tulsa Desperados. Good evening, everybody. I am Mike Daggs, and alongside me in the booth is the Hall of Famer Matt Wilson. With us on stats tonight, the unsinkable Gerald Smith. Our producer is Cameron Irvine. You're watching the Simulation Football League on Twitch. Matt, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm holding on for dear life, Mike. How about you?
Keep holding on, Matt. Down but not out. That's the situation that these two teams are in as we wrap up Week 8 action here in the SFL. This pair of East Division rivals are still in the fight with Atlanta and Louisiana for the division title, but the Swarm and Revs made things more difficult yesterday, each winning their game to advance to 6-2 and 4-4 on the season, respectively. So for the 3-4 Gladiators and the 2-5 Desperados, the time is now to secure another win and stay in the fight. Both teams are coming off a loss, but one of them will get the win tonight. Ninth matchup between these squads. Series currently split 4 wins apiece. Matt, what does each team need to do to get the win tonight?
Well, I think it comes down to quarterback play. JQ threw 3 interceptions and no touchdowns last week. He needs to be safer with the ball and take what the defense gives him. Getting Sanzo Robinson involved would do wonders for Tulsa. Christian Brown, on the other hand, had 3 touchdowns and only 1 interception in a close loss against Florida. If he can repeat that performance and the defense holds up, the Gladiators have a great chance of victory. Which team will come out on top, Mike? There's only one way to find out, and that's on the field.
All right, Matt, well, let's head down to the field, get this one started. The St. Louis Gladiators will get the ball first. Tulsa has the ball teed up, ready to go. JT Delaney kicks it off, and we are underway here in St. Louis. Ball taken back at the 2-yard line and returned up the middle. Gets it up to the 23-yard line, and that is where the St. Louis Gladiators will get things started. Christian Brown leading the offense out onto the field. The halfback, Cairo Martinez. Fullback is Bill Cherry. Wide receivers are Paul Delavu and Eagle Mondavi. The tight ends, Phil Koss and Guy Clausen. The bookends of the offensive line, Matt Patrick Kelly and Jacob Stevenson, helping keep Brown on his feet and opening up some running lanes for Martinez. Let's see what they do here on first down. It'll be a throw from Brown right over the middle, connecting with Paul Delavu, as he has done many times throughout the season so far here in Season 17. Fresh shutdowns right out of the gate.
And that's what St. Louis burns a lot of teams with, including us. They run that kind of 2 tight end, heavier looking set. They pass out of it too, so that forces your team in a lot of 4-3 situations, which is to St. Louis's advantage.
Paul Delavu and Eagle Mondavi, both top 10 in receptions and yards so far on the season here. Phil Koss, that's his 11th catch on the season. Hasn't been targeted a whole heck of a lot. Usually it's the 2 wide receivers, but he gets a first down there. So back-to-back first down passes for the Gladiators.
Yeah, good start for them. Brown played great against Florida. He just needs to keep it clean, and it should be a good result for them. Ooh.
First rushing attempt by Cairo Martinez. That one only goes for a gain of 2. Gives us an opportunity to talk about the starting defense for the Tulsa Desperados. The defensive linemen are Chris Andrews, Berto DeMora, and Jaden Swift. The linebackers, Miles Gibson, Carson Miller, and Philadelphia Collins. The corners, Nate Heslep, Julian Vellier, and Cameron Shaw. The safeties, George Torres, Daniel Wright, and Ricky Thornton. Brown will throw over the middle, and that one is also caught. Moving the chains once again inside Tulsa territory up to the 33-yard line.
And I say something, and St. Louis goes completely against their tendencies that I said, going multiple wide receivers, and maybe surprising Tulsa a bit.
And back into that heavy look as they come out in a power I formation. Brown under center. Hands the ball off to the fullback, Bill Cherry. Cherry able to run forward for a gain of 3, sets up a 2nd down and 7.
That was weird. It looked like a shovel pass to the fullback. I'll have to watch that one again if they run it, but 3 yards not bad on first down. Let's see if St. Louis continues to play bunch or if they sprint up. They're going to, wow, okay. Well, forget the tight ends, I guess. There's 1 down there, I think.
Brown looking from the gun. Throws it no! Right in the hands of a Tulsa defender heading back the other direction. It looks like that was George Torres. And I believe, is that a 4 or a 1, Matt? I can't tell.
A 4.
That was a 4. Daniel Wright with the pick, his first on the season.
Bryce was right.
First
On
of
that
his
one.
career, Daniel Wright with the pick.
And again, St. Louis might go in against their normal tendencies and maybe get a little too excited there with their newfound multiple receiver set. Now here's JQ. Did not throw a touchdown last game. He needs to get back on the saddle, forget his mistakes, and just play smart.
Q over the middle. And that one is caught for a gain of 8. JQ, the quarterback of the Tulsa Desperados, the halfback Sanzo Robinson, fullback Stephen McMichaels, the wide receivers Corey Jones, DJ Hume, and Gabriel Manning, the tight end Jason France.
Now this is where you gotta queue up Sanzo Robinson here. Second and short, try to pick up that first down. Don't put too much pressure on JQ.
Robinson averaging 4.6 yards per carry on the season.
Ooh, well,
gets nothing there. We'll set up a 3rd down and 2.
That's some nice stand there by the Gladiators. So now what do you do? Your Sanzo run didn't work so well, and
I think I try it again, Matt.
Well,
he's averaging over 4 yards a carry on the season. One stop isn't going to kill him, but Q is going to go with the out route instead, and that one is complete up to the top of the screen, and that will move the chains connecting with Corey Jones.
Yeah, St. Louis sent a blitz, and nicely run out route beats that, and this Tulsa drive continues. Again, taking what the defense gives you. If there's a blitz, just hit your out receiver, and JQ did that well.
First down and 10 from midfield. Hands the ball off to Robinson, making up for his lack of yards on his first carry. Gets 6 on carry number 2. Let's talk about the starting defense for the Gladiators. Matt, the defensive line, Matthew Holford, Tom Tanner, Igor Barbatov, and Mike Belote. The linebackers, Rodney Panani and Mark Gronick. The corners, Freeman Peltier, Ralger Law, Colin Douglas, and Drew Riley. The safeties, Geralt Winkler and Nicholas Warner. That rush goes for a gain of only 1. We'll set up a 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, and this Tulsa O-line has to keep Q's pocket clean, and they don't really have any high-paid tackles like the Gladiators, so it's going to be fun to see what happens, how that matchup goes. There we go, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers.
Q under center. Hands the ball off to Robinson. Met right at the line, and they'll spot him a yard, but 2 yards shy of the line to gain. Sets up a 4th and 2 from the 42. Matt, they're going to have to punt this one away.
Maybe a little too conservative there. Maybe you'd flare those tight ends out and try to hit someone quick, but see if their punter can pin the Gladiators back.
Smala Farouk on to punt for the Desperados. Gets this one away. Fair catch called for at the 16-yard line. And that is where Christian Brown will lead the Gladiators offense back out onto the field. Matt, they had a 6-play, 47-yard drive working for them. On their opening possession, ended in an interception. First career interception by rookie Daniel Wright. Going to get another opportunity at it here.
Now St. Louis go back to traditional and just say, okay, we tried it was working, but, let's play a little safer here.
Brown hands the ball off, breaking through 1 tackle and getting up to the 20-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play.
And Martinez, quite the hefty back, Mike. He is 5'10", but 245 pounds. Quite a little load.
Ball that could.
Yes. He could on that play.
Brown's going to hand this one off once again. This time only working for a gain of 1. Brought down by Carson Miller on the play.
Yeah, it's funny. You got Cairo Martinez at 5'10", 245. Then your fullback, Bill Cherry's 5'11", 215. Huh. I think you
almost think that would be flipped.
Reversed. Yeah, you might want Bill Cherry to, eat a few more hamburgers.
Well, speaking of flipped, we went from a run formation to an obvious pass. Brown in the gun. Sidearms this one over the middle, and it works this time, connecting for the first down up to the 28-yard line.
That time,
Fresh set of downs.
That time, Tulsa was playing man, and Brown found the open man. No pun intended. and now here we go with the gun again. So hold your breath, boys and girls.
Brown looking to throw. Tries to go over the middle again and connects it into traffic. That one a dangerous pass, but it was completed.
Brown, it's kind of funny, Mike, when you run that. St. Louis is only two highly paid receivers in Delavu and Mondavi. You're taking Clausen out of the game. I don't know. I'd rather have those guys that are catching balls than guys that have been sitting on your bench for a long time.
Yeah, I agree. Offset I formation on first down. Ball is handed off to Martinez. Wrapped up for no gain on the play. Second down and 10.
Second down and 10. And now St. Louis has just kind of been run, big pass, run, big pass. Are we going to see the big pass? Yep.
Putbacks in the backfield. Brown in the gun. Out route down to the bottom is complete and stiff-arming the defender out of bounds. Great catch and run by Paul Delavu. Sets up a third down and 2.
Well, if you're going to give it to one of them, give it to Delavu and Mondavi. And Delavu just stiffed on that poor guy to the ground in front of the bench. Never a good look. Now, this is what your offense is built for, Mike. 2 tight ends, 2 tackles. Time to run the... No, okay.
Unless it's a run out of the gun.
That would be a bad idea.
Defensive line shifting for Tulsa. Pump fake. Firing down to Martinez in the backfield. Wrapped up and brought down. Well read by the defense of Tulsa. Philadelphia Collins, the first one there for the Desperados. 4th down and 3. And not a turnover. They'll have to punt this one away on their second possession.
And those backs needed to flare out and go a little further down, closer to the first down marker. They were sitting too far back, and by the time Brown got it to them, nowhere to go.
Punt taken back at about the 10-yard line, making a move and getting up past the 20 all the way up to the 24, the electric returner, Gabriel Manning.
That's an understatement. The most electric returner in SFL history.
Absolutely. He's number 1 in average in kick return yards so far this season. Top 10 in punt return average. That return right there helping him out quite a bit. He's got 2 kick return touchdowns on the season already. Number 1 in the league in kick return and punt return touchdowns. 18 and 4 of those respectively. Unbelievable stats for Gabriel Manning in the return game. Swing route on first down only nets them a gain of 2. Will set up a second down and 8. And Matt, you mentioned JQ and his game last week. Anytime as a quarterback, if you have no touchdowns and 3 picks, it's going to be hard to come away with a win in that sort of game.
I've had those games, Mike, and yeah, you're usually not on the winning side for sure.
Taking care of the football so far here in the first quarter. Q back to pass, steps up in the pocket. Pressure coming down, he goes. Sacked. Back at the 21-yard line. We'll set up a third down and 13. Brought down in the backfield by Tom Tanner.
Tanner here just gets around the edge and just runs around that poor O-lineman. And JQ, didn't feel the pressure. There's just nobody open. He didn't want to throw the pick.
Tom Tanner came into the week with half a sack on the season. Now he's got a full sack all for himself.
Times 2.
Sets up a third down and 13. JQ in the gun. Q looking, firing up to the top. That one is well defended by the Gladiators defense. Connected with his target, DJ Hume, but not enough for the first down. Not even close. 4th down and 8. They will need to punt this one away again.
Q being conservative, and again, it's a 0-0 game, Mike, so it's not the end of the world.
And Matt, I think we expected a defensive battle in this one. Statistically speaking, these two offenses do not rank very high in the league. And on the flip side of that, the defenses for both of these teams middle of the road in a lot of categories, but also we even see a number 1 up there. St. Louis Gladiators rushing defense, number 1 in the league in yards allowed per game. So Sanzo Robinson for the Desperados has got a tall task ahead of him to rush on that sort of defense. Be interesting to see how it plays out.
Your coaching might have to get creative. Here we go. Here's what I'm talking about. 4-3 against a shotgun with the multiple tight end look. Let's see if this pays off for St. Louis.
Brown takes in the snap, throws it over the middle, and it overthrows his target. Was trying to hit Eagle Mondavi. Falls harmlessly to the turf. 2nd down and 10.
Good looking play. I just think Brown overthrew Mondavi. I think if he threw a little more low and outside, he could have slid in for the catch. But here we go again, and now back to again 4-3. See, this time they take advantage of it.
Brown looking, throwing over the middle. Quick pass. That one is caught. Will set up a 3rd down and 1. Just shy of the line to gain. See the quarterback comparison on your screen. That one taken in by Phil Koss. Hashtag throw it to the tight end as we tick down inside the final minute here in quarter number 1.
I thought Koss had it, then he had to kind of gather it, and by the time he did that, the ball just never quite crossed the line. So, it should be Martinez time.
Rushing look here out of the Gladiators lineup. Ball's handed off to Martinez. Just enough. Just falling over the line. He gets the 1st down, ticking away the final seconds. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website, simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Brown almost puts it right back into the hands of the Desperados defense. Jumping that route, Cameron Shaw had his hands on the ball. It'll go down as a pass deflection. It should have gone down as a pick 6.
Oh, man, I've had a few flashbacks on that. You're throwing the out, you think it's safe, and then nope, jumped. But
Cameron Shaw, 1 pick 6 on his career, Matt. He was trying to add to that total. Nothing but green grass in front of him if he was able to haul that one in. 30-year player with 12 picks on his career. And only 2 so far this season, Matt. Should have had that one.
We got fringe field goal position. Not yet, so St. Louis needs to pick up some more yards.
2nd down and 10, final play of the first quarter, and he does indeed pick up more yards. A nice pass over the middle once again, throwing it to Phil Koss. Getting the tight end involved, Matt, you love to see it.
Well, you love to see it for sure.
Everybody loves to see it, Matt.
Koss,
who are you kidding?
Look, that was a nice diving attempt by the linebacker there, Mike. Look at the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man going for a pick there.
1 quarter already in the books. No score here in this one. See if the Gladiators can get some points out of this drive on the other side. You're watching the Simulation Football League on Twitch. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back to St. Louis. Flipped sides of the field, and Brown ready to flip here a little bit. Oh, nice pass over the middle is caught. Another 1st down for the Gladiators.
Another catch
Once
by
again, Phil
Koss.
Koss, Matt. See, that's what you got to do. You just keep throwing it to the tight end, and success will follow.
Another jumping stab at it by a linebacker, but Koss was ahead of him. And now it looks like St. Louis is getting back to what works with the multiple tight ends and throwing it to them.
5 receptions for 58 yards for Phil Koss. He came into the game with 10 receptions and 122 yards on the season. He's looking to match that total here tonight. Maybe beat it. Christian Brown steps up into the pocket, fires up towards the top, complete, and gains 8 up to the 6-yard line. Will set up a 2nd down and 2. Pass was once again hauled in by Eagle Mondavi.
So 2nd and 2. I think you got to, well, nope. Well, you got to run the ball here, but Cairo is maybe he'll catch a ball.
Keep an eye on Phil Koss running straight up the middle. Now they're going to go up to the top, and that one's almost taken away again. Cameron Shaw getting his hands on that one, 2nd time on this drive alone.
Shaw sniffing the end zone in the other direction, and now that's why I would have ran it with Martinez. Now you got a 3rd and 2. I still think you might want to get the run out there, see what Tulsa gives you as a look, and go from there. Well, looks like it could be a run. I don't mind running on this run. It's a 4-3. You got a lot of guys in the end zone.
Linebacker shifting away from the offset.
Yep.
And they hand it off, running up the middle, falling towards the end zone, tackled at the goal line. But Matt, it's going to be a 1st and goal from the goal line. A nice run by Martinez.
A nice grab by Jaden Swift. He was hanging on for dear life. If only Martinez was 6 foot, he would have been a touchdown. Look at this set, Mike. I would just run on this. Easy touchdown.
Absolutely, and they agree, Matt. Christian Brown hands it off to Martinez. Martinez into the end zone for a touchdown. The Gladiators getting 6 points on the board.
So
nice way to end that drive. A 10-play, 53-yard drive, ending with the 1-yard touchdown rush by Martinez. 4th touchdown now on the season for Cairo Martinez.
That boggles the mind, Mike. When you see 3 down linemen, run it every time.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when it's, 1st down and goal from the goal line, and the defense is just showing you a 3 down lineman look. I mean, listen, you could have handed it off to Bill Cherry or Cairo Martinez. Both of them are averaging over 3 yards per carry on the season. Both of them have been into the end zone multiple times this season. And, that was almost too easy for the Gladiators after working their way down the field. So now it's up to the Tulsa Desperados to respond. We'll see what they can do when they get their hands back on the ball. Wolfswinkel kicks it away for the Gladiators. And returned by Gabriel Manning up to the 30-yard line. And, Manning can always change a game in a second, too, Matt. We already talked about his kick return abilities. And, I believe it was either last week or a couple weeks ago. The Desperados were down by a couple of scores, and, Gabriel Manning got him right back in that game. So
I think the 2 you're talking about on the season he had in 1 game. So, yeah, he can definitely do that. But you also got to get him involved in the passing game.
Yes. And we have not yet seen that tonight. A offset eye handoff to Sanzo Robinson, and that one goes for no gain, Matt. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, the St. Louis Gladiators defense, they have been very, very stingy in rushing yards allowed so far this season. Actually, total yards, they're top 5 in yards allowed per game. That's greatly aided by their rushing yards allowed per game, number 1 in the league. Top 10 in allowed rushing touchdowns as well. So it really is going to be up to JQ here in his 2nd season to try to get some things done in the passing game. Let's see a pass here. That one is complete. Over the middle, moves the chains. Fresh set of downs now for the Desperados, hitting the tight end. Like I keep trying to tell everybody, you get the tight end involved and success follows. There's another shining example right there as France moves the chains.
But look at how clean of a pocket JQ had. He's just sitting there, cruising the field, not have to worry about any pressure. So it's a good job by the Tulsa O-line. That's the kind of protection he's going to need in order to make those kind of throws.
Q under center will throw it again. Another quick pass over the middle.
Oh,
Trying to go back to France once again. That time it didn't look like France could get his head turned around quick enough. Pass came out pretty fast. Second down and 10. Visit the SFL League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player, to join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it. There's a comprehensive history of the SFL, and it's over 1,500 games, and it's thousands of players who have hit the virtual gridiron. The Simulation Football League, 17 seasons strong. Desperados trying to, test this Gladiator defense. Hands the ball off once again, and this time getting some positive yardage. She's able to gain 4. Robinson with the carry. Sets up a 3rd and 6.
yeah, not bad. You wish that was on first down, but still now a 3rd and 6. You can attack the outs. You can run a slant. You don't have to just, try to get super big plays. Although, yeah, look at all the space on the top of the screen or the bottom of the screen. So that's where I would attack.
Let's see what Q does here. Pump fakes. Has time.
Oh.
Pressure comes right up in his face. Down to the ground he goes. The pass is broken up. Igor Barbatov providing the pressure for the Gladiators' defensive line. And that'll bring another drive to an end for the Tulsa Desperados. Matt, they've had 3 offensive possessions. All 3 have ended in punts.
It's not pretty, Mike. It's not pretty. And that Tulsa defense is going to get more and more tired if the offense can't put some longer drives together.
Kick taken back at the 15-yard line, brought up to the 21. And St. Louis back out onto the field on offense. 10 plays, 53 yards, and a touchdown on their last possession. It's gotten progressively better, Matt. They opened up the game by throwing a pick on their first drive, had to punt it away on drive number 2, and found the end zone on drive number 3. Can't really get a whole lot better than that, so we'll see what they can do on this one. Brown back out on the field under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Martinez. Martinez, nice run of 6 on first down.
Yeah, I mean, and we try to get the running game more involved, Mike. I mean, yeah, the average doesn't look so good, but Martinez doesn't really have that many carries.
Second down and 4. Brown under center, 2 backs in the backfield. Gonna hand this one off. And that's good enough for a first down, Matt. I wasn't sure that he got it, but Martinez is able to fall forward just enough to move the chains.
And see, that's what happens when you let the running game go. Martinez, just look at that. Just getting skinny so many times, negotiating traffic, picking up that first down, and, just keep putting plays on that defense, wearing them out. I know it's only the second, Mike. It's almost the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, we're midway through at least. Martinez. Almost looked like he got shot out of a rocket that time, Matt.
Or a missile.
Right out of a missile.
Boom. Yeah, Martinez.
Gets up the middle for a gain of 4.
Martinez has looked fresh. Surprisingly, on that last carry, I would have thought it had been slowing down a little bit, but again, and now St. Louis totally changing the game plan, not kind of hiding what they're trying to do here. There's 5 guys on the line for Tulsa. Maybe they can hit something deep.
Brown going over the middle and moving the chains once again, hitting Phil Koss, his favorite target on the day so far, Matt.
Yeah, it's just been blitz came and Phil Koss made a nice grab.
6 receptions for almost 70 yards so far for the tight end. And back into a rushing look as Martinez gets the handoff again. Sidesteps the defensive line and bursts forward for a gain of 5, getting into Tulsa territory by a yard.
Yep, just more Martinez, Mike. Work him in, sprinkle him into your offense. Not only does it run the clock, it tires out the defense. And, I always say if you can get, yards like that with your quarterback having to throw the ball and risk a turnover, it's a win-win. And I think they're going to go back to Martinez again here.
Brown does indeed hand it off to Martinez.
Yep.
Martinez almost gets the first. Tackled at the 45-yard line, 1 yard shy of the line to gain. And now a big moment for the Desperados defense is, Matt, I wouldn't be at all surprised to see Martinez get back-to-back looks.
Or, you could always go to the big Bill Cherry down there.
And they do go to Martinez.
Yep.
Martinez easily gets it, wrapped up by Carson Miller and tackled at the 40-yard line. But he moves the chains, 1st and 10.
Looking like the Energizer Bunny out there, Mike. How many carries has he had?
Let's see. Cairo Martinez, 13 rushing attempts already in this one, Matt.
But I mean, in a row, these last couple carries. Seems like it's been like
3
5.
or 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Brown giving Martinez a break and connecting with his target. Paul Delavue has the catch. Gets up to the 29-yard line. Moves the chains once again. Back-to-back plays.
Yeah, nice play by Brown. That ball hung in the air a little bit. I go, oh, hopefully someone's there. And they were. And I think it's back to the Cairo Martinez show.
Only one playoff for Martinez, and then back to the grind, says Matt. And so does Christian Brown as he hands it off to Martinez. And Martinez, looking fresh as a daisy, gets an 8-yard gain up to the 21-yard line.
Looks like a completely different offense, Mike. They shotgun 5 wide, and all of a sudden, Martinez. But I like this offense a lot better.
2nd down and 2 as the clock continues to quickly roll in this game. Just north of 3 minutes to go in the first half. Brown to Martinez. Martinez to the 17. 1st down. Yet again. Tackled once again by Carson Miller.
Run it until they stop it, Mike. The old saying. Well, they haven't stopped it yet. Martinez is milking this clock, tiring out this defense, and St. Louis is going down the field. Although then no Martinez here, so I don't know. I don't like this so close to the end zone. Hold your breath.
Let's see what happens. Brown fires over the middle. Has his targets and in and out of the hands of Phil Koss. A drop from the tight end. He's having a fantastic game and drops that one. Probably would have been into the end zone for 6.
Yeah, plenty of slants there, but sometimes things get confusing, and I don't know if someone was in the vicinity and got a piece of that ball, but looks like Martinez is back on the menu, boys.
Brown hands it off to Martinez. This time well defended by the Desperados. They're able to wrap him up and stop him after only a 1-yard gain. Brought down at the 17.
I'm being informed that that's actually Cairo's backup. So they done tired him out. That's not good.
3rd down and 9, and Martinez on the sidelines once again.
They slant here. It could work. It's going to be in the middle of the field.
Brown to Phil Koss. Phil does not catch it again. Pass is incomplete.
Wow.
Falls to the turf. Great job by the Desperados defense breaking that pass up. 4th and 9, and field goal unit on for the Desperados. JT Delaney, kicker for Tulsa. It's 9 of 11 so far on the season.
Yeah, this should be a chip shot unless there's some shenanigans with the snap.
33 yards from the right hash. It snapped. Pressure was coming, but the kick is on its way, and it is good. And St. Louis extends their lead by 3, now leading 10-0 here at home in St. Louis.
Yeah, it was a good thing there was no snap shenanigans, Mike, or that would have been a block. So it's a 10-0 lead. Tulsa now has to really... Now JQ has to take some risks. You don't want to be down more points, but it'd be nice to lead your team down and at least try to get 3, as the 2-minute warning is going to hit probably as this ball is taken out of the end zone.
Gabriel Manning returning this one from about the 10 and gets up past the 30-yard line, tackled at the 35. 2 minutes to go here in this one. 2-minute drill coming up on the other side of the break. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. We'll be right back. Stay with us. And welcome back to St. Louis as Tulsa is getting set for the 2-minute drill. JQ going deep over the middle into double coverage, and that was picked off, running over the ref and returning the other way.
Oh, man.
The Gladiators defense, a little pushing and shoving going on, and not a good way to start a 2-minute drill. Matt JQ throwing the interception. Tralt Winkler with the pick.
But the true victim, Mike, is this referee. Look at him. He just gets knocked over, and then this referee, oh my good lord. 2 referees dead in one play, Mike. It's truly a tragedy.
Abuse of the stripes. And St. Louis, Matt, in a good position now to score again after scoring a field goal on that last drive.
Things could get one-sided in a hurry, Mike. It was such a slow game to begin with, but St. Louis has put a couple good drives together, and they're knocking on the door again.
Ball is handed off to Martinez, now with 54 yards on his 15 carries.
They're just running the ball, making sure that St. Louis can't, or Tulsa can't get the ball back. He gets a turnover, I guess, but I'm going to hurry up the pace maybe a little bit.
Brown hands this one off to Martinez again, stiff-arming the defender and getting tackled at the 29-yard line.
What's the audible, Mike?
Well, this time they handed off to Bill Cherry, so that might be the audible.
We're going to go back to Martinez. We do the 1-2 punch all the way down the field.
One minute to go here in the first half. Brown to Cherry. Cherry, first down and more. Tackled at the 14-yard line.
Let's just keep running it, Mike. First down. All right, I like it.
Well, what'd you say? If they can't stop it, keep running it? Something like that. Well, Bill Cherry, a stutter step by the fullback, and I think everybody needed a break now, so St. Louis calling their first timeout.
I think once they saw the Cherry stutter step, they're like, yeah, that's enough. Timeout. Big Bill is not the stutter stepping kind of guy.
They're like, all right, time for a new set. Christian Brown under center now, empty backfield. 2 wide receivers split out to each side, and Phil Koss over the middle, and that one right into the hands of Julian Valaire. And that was almost picked off. Pressure on the play. Brown goes down as he's throwing the ball, Matt. 3rd down and 8.
A lot of chances, Mike, for Tulsa to get some picks, and they've just not been able to do it. And that could be a big difference in this game. They could have scored 7 off one of those.
Absolutely, Matt.
This could be slants again. See if maybe the tight end can actually catch the ball this time.
Oh, Matt taking shots at Phil Koss. Brown also taking shots at Phil Koss.
There he goes.
First down and goal from
Miracles
the
4. Do happen, Mike.
30 seconds to go. They're going to hurry back into that formation.
Go back to
Brown
Koss.
looking, firing over the middle, into the hands of the Desperados again, and they let it fall to the grass. Matt, they can't keep doing that. Valaire gets his hands on the ball twice in 3 plays and can't get the pick.
Valaire, someone needs to get him a a jugs machine for home.
Or one of those tennis ball machines. Practice catching a tennis ball. Same sort of deal. A little bit smaller for the house. More cost effective as well. Brown.
Can you say cost effective?
Oh, Christian Brown in the gun. Looking towards the end zone, steps up, throws into traffic, back corner, touchdown, Gladiators.
Christian Brown, I think that was to Guy Clausen, Mike, the other tight end. I thought I saw an 8-6.
Exodus Baines, Matt, is one of the backup wide receivers.
Wow. Well, he exercised that defense.
What a beautiful touch pass to the back corner of the end zone for Christian Brown. Throwing that touchdown pass, Matt, 14 on the season. He's top 10 in the league, and touchdown passes thrown. Extra point is up and good. And you mentioned things could get lopsided in a hurry, and here we go. St. Louis 17, Tulsa nothing. So Tulsa has an opportunity right now to flip the script, though. There's
it's Manning time.
Seconds left. Yeah, Gabriel Manning's about to get his hands on the ball. He's probably going to get it at about somewhere between the 10 and 15-yard line, and they get the ball back to start the second half. So can they do something here to get themselves back in this game? Find out here on this kickoff. Manning standing back at about the 15-yard line, returns it up the middle, bounces to the outside, and tackled at the 33. So a good return, but not what they were necessarily looking for. And Matt, that's actually not even Gabriel Manning. So that could be part of the reason why. Well, that's Terrence Cooley, and I think the reason is because these kicks are going so short that it's not actually making it all the way back to Manning. So
that's one way to take him out of the game. I guess I'm in favor of it, honestly.
Heck yeah, not bad. So JQ is going to hand it off to Sanzo Robinson.
Oh, I hate that.
Able to gain one.
Just have Manning run a streak and throw it to him. What's the worst that could happen? A pick six, I guess. But gotta take some risks.
Oh, lowers his shoulder, trucks the defender, and gets his way up to midfield. Timeout with 1 second to go.
And Mike, the Peanut Gallery is saying it was Guy on the touchdown, so I was correct.
My aging eyes having trouble reading the digits tonight, I guess, Matt. Guy Clausen with the touchdown.
So, hey, they threw it to the tight end, Mike, the other tight end.
Well, that's how you get things done, Matt. 1 second to go. Hail Mary formation for the Desperados.
Uh-oh. Throw it.
Steps up into the pocket. Whoa. He's going to try to run it himself. I applaud the effort, but it was not enough to get it done. Only gains 2, and the clock hits 0. And we will head to the half with St. Louis out in front 17-0 over the visiting Tulsa Desperados. So, Matt, as we head into the half, I mentioned earlier on at the beginning of the broadcast, they're looking to try to keep up with mainly the Louisiana Revolution.
That's an ugly stat line for Tulsa.
So, yeah, tell us what you see with the stats so far, Matt.
Mike, 66 yards and a half is not a lot. And that's one pick Tulsa had. They failed to capitalize, but they could have had another 2 or 3, and one could have been a pick 6. So the defense has got to miss their opportunities to give their offense good field position. But Mike, when your offense only has 66 yards, your defense is going to be, breathing pretty heavy on the sidelines and maybe not being able to make some of those plays they normally would. So this offense has to get going for Tulsa. I just don't know what the solution is. I mean, you've got, Manning, Hume, and Corey Jones. Where are they?
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens on the other side as we get quarter number 3 started. It was a slow start to the game. Matt, St. Louis throwing an interception on their opening drive. Tulsa punting on their opening drive, and then St. Louis and Tulsa would go back and forth punting the ball again. St. Louis would finally get a touchdown after a 10-play, 53-yard drive. Tulsa would punt it back to them, and St. Louis would have 14 plays, 63 yards, and getting a field goal. Tulsa would then throw a pick on their next drive, and St. Louis would capitalize. 9 plays, 43 yards, ending in a 4-yard touchdown pass to Guy Clausen. And that is where we're at so far on this one. So let's see who gets this kick return, Matt.
Oh, they should put
Gabriel
Manning.
did.
Manning
Yeah.
should run wherever the ball goes. They know it's not going to go far, so he should be up.
Kick is away and taken back at the 12-yard line. Looks like Manning
That
does
looks
have
like-
it this time.
Yeah.
Manning gets it up to the 32-yard line, and that is where we will see the Tulsa offense come back out onto the field. So JQ, 5 of 8, 35 yards, and a pick in half number 1. And Sanzo Robinson, 7 rushing attempts for 28 yards. It's just not enough production out of the offense. Obviously, no points yet on the board.
But it's not like they don't have weapons on the receiving core. I just don't get it. Got to use
Gabriel
them.
Manning still without a catch. Q.
Oh,
That one is tipped and falls harmlessly to the turf. Mark Gronek in on the coverage.
well, yeah, harmlessly being the key word. That could also have been a pick 6.
Second down and 10.
Put your 3 tight ends, 3 wide receivers and tight end out there and let them do. Okay, well, here we go.
You had me at 3 tight ends, Matt. You can never have too many. Q in the gun. Looking up towards the top. That one is complete and trying to turn upfield for the first down, and he gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line. A nice catch and run by the tight end, Jason France.
Well, another tight end gets the ball, Mike. You must be having the time of your life.
Well, it's working for both teams so far, Matt, so why not? First down and 10 from the 42. JQ gets it into the hands of Robinson. Nice run after catch by Robinson up to midfield, stepping out of bounds at the midfield location. Second down and 2. You can visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6, the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League, and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. Sector 6 features replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6, 97 Sports Promotions, and the Simulation Football League. Second down and 2. And then pass out to the left-hand side this time. That's Stephen McMichaels. And that one's going to go for a loss of 1, Matt. Third down and 3.
Yeah, Q threw that ball a little too high. Michaels had to reestablish, kind of go up, and his momentum was not leading him in the right direction. So here should be a bread and butter, right? 3 receivers, a tight end, your star halfback. Let's see. Make something happen.
Q fires, completes, and gets the first down, connecting with France once again.
I guess the receivers are all decoys for France, Mike. I know that's how you'd like to run the offense, at least.
May as well. It's working. First down and 10 from the 46. Q up to the top. That one is caught. And tackled after a gain of 6 up to the 41-yard line, finally getting Gabriel Manning involved.
Yeah, I mean, 6 yards is good, but Manning needs to see a lot more targets.
Three wide receivers on the field for the Desperados. Q steps up, checks it down to Robinson. Robinson's only able to gain a yard.
I had flashbacks of a game yesterday, Mike. The receivers all ran go routes, and then there was just the halfback to throw to.
Yes, we did see that yesterday.
Got to run a slant. Got to hit something in the medium range. And here we go. Same kind of set. See if maybe a tight end can get involved here.
Low snap, taken in by Q, going deep over the middle, and that one straight into the hands of Nicholas Warner. Unable to come away with the pick, but he does put an end to the drive. 4th and 3, Matt, from the 40. I'd be tempted just to go for it.
Yeah, guess who was going to France again? Which again is, I mean, it's great, but I mean, Corey Jones has had huge games. Gabriel Manning has had huge games. Has Corey Jones caught a ball? I don't think he has.
So far, Corey Jones does have one catch, Matt, 7
Okay.
yards. It was much earlier on in the ball game.
Sorry, my old memory has forgotten about it.
And the punt is away. Fair catch called for back at the 11-yard line, and that is where Christian Brown will lead his offense back out onto the field to have their first drive of the second half. Christian Brown, 16 of 24 in half number 1, over 150 yards, had a touchdown, had a pick. Looking to do more of the same, minus the pick here in half number 2. The Gladiators in control of this one, 17-0 here at home in St. Louis. Brown takes the snap. Hit as he throws, and that one will be ruled an incomplete pass. Jaden Swift getting in on the pressure. 2nd down and 10.
That one was up in the air for a while. Come on, one of those big guys got to come down with the ball, jump for it.
2nd and 10 from 11 yards.
Second down and 10 from their own 11. Brown checks this one down to Martinez. Martinez with room to run. Stretches out towards the 20 and gets there. 3rd down and 1 now. Much more manageable than a 3rd down and 10. So a good gain of 9
Yeah,
on that
you see
play.
Brown moving out of the pocket. Sometimes you panic, but he was able to find Martinez, and now you just run him right here and try to get the first down.
That first down and a little bit more. Hit behind the line, but able to scoot forward for a gain of about 3 yards. 1st down and 10 now from the 22.
Yep. I was wondering if St. Louis was going to play more like the first quarter, Mike, or the second quarter, and they've kind of split the difference here, and I think they're going to go back to Martinez again here.
Dude does indeed hand it. Brown hands it off to Martinez. Runs forward for a gain of 1. Well defended by the Desperados defensive line that time. Brought down after a gain of only 1 by Philadelphia Collins, the outside linebacker.
Now let's see if St. Louis just wants to keep running. Nope, but there we go. Back to the gun.
Brown looking to pass, fires down to the bottom. That one caught by Delavu. And up to the 37-yard line, moving the chains. 4 receptions by Delavu now on 6 targets, keeping the drive alive.
Yeah, great play by Delavu, and like I said, good play design. Get it out quick, get the first down, keep the drive moving, and if St. Louis scores another touchdown here, it's going to be very difficult for Tulsa to come back. I mean, they have 0 on the board.
6 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Martinez runs the ball right back into the waiting arms of a Desperado defender. This time Chris Andrews in on the tackle. 2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10 from 37 yards.
Offset I formation. Martinez once again, no gain on the play. Set up a 3rd down and 10, and once again brought down by Collins.
Just looked like everybody was moving in slow motion there. I don't know what was going on, but now pressure's on Christian Brown to pick up another first down, and this is some tight coverage here, so one of these receivers needs to make a play.
Brown to Phil Koss. Phil Koss gains 8 up to the 44, but not enough to move the chains. And the Gladiators will have to punt once again. Pickles onto the field to punt for the Gladiators.
Making me hungry.
By saying pickles?
Yeah, I'm hungry. Pickles are better than nothing.
Well, Matt, I tried to tell you to eat before the game.
I did.
You should have had more. Manning taking this one back at about the 15, gets it all the way up to only the 21-yard line, and see what the Desperados can do on this drive. Matt, they had a 9-play drive, 9 plays last time around, but it only went for 28 yards.
Yeah, it's not a great drive.
It was their longest drive so far in this ball game, both in yards and play count. 1 play down on this drive goes for a gain of 1. Tom Tanner with the tackle.
Well, I thought he got more than 1, but okay. Tulsa needs to get, again, I keep beating the drum, Mike, but Hugh Manning and Jones.
Hugh looking, firing, short pass over the middle. I believe that's Gabriel Manning. And it is indeed Manning with his second catch on the ball game. That one good for only a gain of 4. We'll set up a 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, he ran all the way across the field, Mike. That's an awfully short route to run until we get, 4 yards?
Hugh changing the play at the line, 3 receiver set. Fires to
There
Manning
he is.
once again. And another catch by Manning. This one good to move the chains for a 1st down.
Just slant, grab, easy, simple. 1st down. They need a couple more of those. Maybe not that particular play, but some passing plays that are going to go past the sticks.
A tale of 2 offenses so far, Matt, on 3rd down. The Desperados only converting 2 out of 7 3rd downs in this game, whereas the Gladiators 6 of 9 on 3rd down. That's been a big difference maker. 2nd down and 8 after a short gain of 2 by Robinson.
I don't mind trying to work Robinson here. It's like I say, it's always 17-0. You still got a whole quarter to play and plus, so no need to panic, but you do need to get some 1st downs pretty soon.
Oh
no!
Yeah, it should have been going back the other way.
Wow.
Threw it to Robinson and out of his hands. I think that caught the Gladiators' defense off guard. They tried to pick it off, but it fell to the turf. 3rd down and 8.
Man, we've had 2 plays in this game that looked like sure pick sixes, but just not quite able to hold on to the ball.
So on 3rd and 8, JQ will come out under center with 4 wide receivers in the set. 4 down linemen for the Gladiators. Out route down to the bottom, but Gabriel Manning too close to the sidelines. His momentum carries him right out of bounds after a gain of about 7. And they'll have to punt this one away.
Yeah, you got to throw it past the sticks at this point. You can't be afraid. And St. Louis is going to get the ball back, and they can pretty much do whatever they want. They can run the ball a couple times and punt. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world for them. Your opponent has to score some points, Otherwise, what fear do you have?
Exactly. Fair catch called for back at the 19-yard line. And that is where the Gladiators will continue on offense. Visit the SFL's YouTube channel at youtube.com/SimulationFL for an archive of every game, every draft, every moment you might have missed since the Simulation Football League got its start back in 2013. The SFL YouTube features top 10 plays of the week, archived people behind player segments, and all the major milestones in league history. The SFL YouTube channel. Brown, quick pass over the middle. And that somehow caught, man. I thought that was going to be a pick.
It's your buddy Phil Koss again.
Hashtag throw it to the tight end. Phil Koss having the game of the season. And the player of the day so far, in my opinion.
Yes.
First down and 10 as we tick inside 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Koss once again with the catch.
This clock's just flying by, Mike.
Gain of 4 on the play. Second down and 6. Four wide receiver set. Pass over the middle into traffic, and that one is incomplete. Trying to hit Koss once again, Matt. They're not going to stop. You know, I mentioned it earlier on in the broadcast. Matt Phil Koss came into tonight's game with only 10 catches on the season, 122 yards. You know, Paul Delavu and Eagle Mondavi, the two most heavily targeted players in the passing game. He's got 10 catches on the game tonight and over 100 yards.
Yeah, the game's not over yet.
Well, he's going to...
How many more Koss catches will there be?
He's going to eclipse his season total. Steps up into the pocket and fires a strike right over the middle. Caught at the 49-yard line.
Phil Koss.
Yeah, there you go. He just has... Now he's got more receptions today than he had all season long through 7 games.
That's a Mexico City special there. Lining the tight end at the top of the screen like a wide receiver. 3 to the bottom of the screen. And some of them watching some game film. I see you, St. Louis.
Brown hands this one off to Martinez. Flag on the play.
Thrown by the far ref. Yeah, that was interesting. I thought it was going to be holding, but I saw the ref on the far side of the field, not closest to the O-line, right there, just yanking Martinez down by the face mask. And so I'm like, it can't be holding if that official's throwing it in the secondary. But I thought, maybe I'm seeing things. But yeah, you can't be doing that if you're Tulsa.
No, the mistakes keep piling on for the Desperados. First down and 10 from their 32 now. Pass down to the bottom. That one's hauled in by Delavu for a gain of 6. Stepping out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, and again, these Tulsa drives lately, they've just been taking their time, working the clock and scoring points. I mean, when you're up this much, you can't ask for anything more.
The back's in the backfield now for Brown. Changing the play as we tick inside the final seconds of quarter number 3. Quick pass up to the top is complete. And it'll be a 3rd down and 2. Eagle Mondavi with his 4th reception of the ball game.
Yeah, I mean, he's caught quite a few balls. There's just been so much Koss. Can't get it out of my head.
And the clock rolls as they head to the line, and the clock has struck 0. 3 quarters in the books. 1 remains here in St. Louis. The Gladiators out front 17-0 over the visiting Desperados and in possession of the football. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. And welcome back to St. Louis. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Matt Wilson.
And that's not a first down.
Goes for no gain. Bill Cherry gains 1, but Be a 4th down and 1. Gerald Smith with us on stats. Cameron Irvine producing the game for us. And the Gladiators going to try another field goal.
Bust out the
Taz Von Wolfswinkel, the kicker for the Gladiators. Mr. and Mrs. Wolfswinkel picking the name Taz Von for their son. The field goal is on its way, and it is no good, wide right. And Wolfswinkel down to the turf in disappointment.
Yeah, that was a little offline. Wide right. Oh, you hate to see it.
It brings back painful memories for Matt and I.
Well, it's not over for Tulsa, right? They're
still in it. Yeah.
They escaped. Now they just got to have Manning on a streak for a touchdown right here, and boy, we're off to the races.
That's all you need. JQ locked and loaded, pump fake over the middle, and that one's incomplete. So tried to hit Manning, but it was not to be, as that one was well defended by Freeman Peltier.
Well, you got to try again. That's all I have to say. What more can you do? Got to get your wide receivers open. I know it's a talented defense. 4 corners and 2 safeties, but Gabriel Manning, Corey Jones.
JQ fires up towards the top, and that one is hauled in. A deep pass finally completed for the Desperados, and getting DJ Hume involved. His
the one guy I didn't
reception
call.
of the game.
Yeah, he threw that ball, and the defender kind of backpedaled, trying for a pick, I guess. Miscalculated there, and I think that's the biggest player for Tulsa today, or at least if it's not, it's got to be the top 2.
Now, believe it or not, now at this point, per Gerald Smith's stat sheet, Gabriel Manning is now the leading receiver for the Desperados. But Sanzo Robinson continues to get it done on the ground and all-purpose yards. Robinson actually leads the way for this offense. 10 rushes. He's got over 40 yards on the day. Has a couple of receptions, adding on about another 10 yards. Second down and 4. Q fires, tip, and incomplete. Nearly taken away, but that one falls down to the turf. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official music soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. You can explore their library and find the perfect tracks for your projects by visiting apmmusic.com. Q changing the play, the line, and fires up towards the top, complete, and momentum carrying the big fella out of bounds.
Go for it.
89,
Go for it.
Brandon Williams.
For it. I don't think my calls are going to be answered, Mike. This is
should.
Yeah, they should.
You don't go for it here, and well, I guess they're not going to. But I mean, you're down. It's a 3-score ball game, and you're about to give it back to an offense that you've been able to stop, but not enough. They've already they've got 3 scoring drives under their belt out of about 10 possessions. So,
if this punts at the 1, it'll be okay. Let's see.
Well, it does die at the 1, indeed, Matt. Good job.
Better yet, at the goal line.
Better yet, at the goal line.
Oh my!
Probably the best punt I've seen all day. Great punt by Ismaila Farouk. And, that backs the Gladiators literally up into their own end zone. The worst starting field position, I think, by any team all week long.
Now is the test for Cairo Martinez. If you're off Desperados defense, you got to get into this back. Oh, no.
Free play. That'll help get them out of the shadow of their own end zone. Again, the mistakes adding up for the Desperados. You have them backed up to their own goal line, and you spot them 5 yards.
They're itching to get in the backfield. You got to scratch that itch a little bit because that's a disaster. And it's only 5 yards, Mike, but now it's 1st and 5.
It's 1st and 5, and you're not at risk of, being safetied as much.
Yeah, the safety is the big factor here. I know it's only 2 points, but 2 points on the ball, and then you get another 2-point conversion. Points. Actually, I don't know what that adds up to be, but I just went off the top of my head.
The ball is handed off to Martinez, and 2nd down and 2. So it's only a gain of 3, but thanks to the penalty, instead of being 2nd and 7, that's 2nd and 2 now.
7. Yeah, 11 points doesn't do much for you compared to 10, I guess. But
Brown hands this one off to Robinson. Wrapped up. He gains 1.9 on the carry. It'll be a 3rd and inches.
yeah, Martinez almost gets the first. Let's see if they knock on the door one more time or if they give it to Cherry. They got the two tackles, Mike. This is what you paid the money for right here.
Offset I formation. Brown hands this one off, runs up the middle. The hole was made big enough for Martinez to scamper through, and that will move the chains. Coverage of the Simulation Football League 17th season on Next Level Sports continues next Sunday, September 19th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, with the league's top team, the Baltimore Vultures, heading to Florida to face the surging Jacksonville Kings. We'll keep tabs on an Atlantic battle just a few hours south between Charleston and Florida. It all comes your way next Saturday on Next Level Sports. And Martinez just barreling through defenders.
How did he get out of that? I thought he was stuck. Let's see, what's stuck?
There's that Bill Cherry. That was Bill Cherry on that one.
Wow, it was Bill. Look at Cherry here, Mike. Looks like he gets sandwiched, comes through, and then breaks another. Yeah, just stiff arms the guy to the ground. And yeah, well, that's the best run I've ever seen Bill Cherry have.
Starting at their own goal line and now all the way up to the 30-yard line. 6.5 to go. Or receiver set.
Man, I don't know why you wouldn't do anything else but run, but okay.
Well, they want to keep on throwing, and that one is passed into coverage. You want to know why, Matt? Because they want to throw it to the tight end and get Phil Koss more yards than ever before. He gets this one all the way up to the 43-yard line, adding to his total, already eclipsing his yardage and reception totals on the season.
Look at this throw, Mike. I thought that was deflected for sure, but again.
Should have been. Yeah, Nate Heslop right in on that one.
That's why you got the big tight end. Can throw up a little bit higher. Yeah, let's get into Phil Koss.
Receptions and yards, that's what's gotten into him, Matt. 12 receptions, over 130 yards. Brown over the middle.
Koss again.
First down, Koss. My goodness.
He's causing a problem for Tulsa.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say to that, Matt.
He's the cause of the problem.
He is. He is the cause of a lot of yards against the Desperados so far today. I formation now for the Gladiators, handing it off to Cherry. Cherry bouncing it around to the outside, gains only 1 yard.
Clock's moving faster than the Roadrunner against the Coyote. Those Acme Rockets aren't what they used to be. Why didn't that man try a different brand? You know, you ever think about that? I mean, there was no Walmart, I don't think, back then, but maybe.
I think
Ames?
Acme Rocket Company had a monopoly. Oh, that one nearly taken away. Another dropped pick opportunity for the Desperados. George Torres getting his hands on that ball, and Matt, that's at least the 3rd or maybe even 4th potential pick by the Desperados.
Oh.
That's gone down to the turf.
Yeah, if they had made half of like if they had 1 pick six and then 1 in the end zone, I mean, that you could be looking at a 10-10 game or a completely different situation. But I don't know. They need to get what's on Koss's gloves and find out what brand it is and give it to Tulsa. Import it.
3rd down and 9. Brown's going to just hand it off to Martinez. Content to maintain the lead and punt this one away if necessary, and that is what they will have to do with Johnny Pickles coming back out onto the field for another punt. And, Matt, being at the Tulsa 43, they're going to punt it to Manning. I'm going to guess Manning's either going to let it bounce or take the fair catch. But if I was Manning at this point, I would just take it. I don't care if it's 10 yards deep in the end zone.
Take it for the team.
We'll see what happens.
It's going to be under 4 minutes by the time Tulsa gets the ball back. Oh, that could have been a disaster.
And he does indeed let this bounce.
Oh, no.
And one good punt deserves another. From one goal line down to the other 5-yard line. Special teams having an impact in this game. So the Tulsa Desperados are now 95 yards away from the end zone. Coverage of the Simulation Football League 17th season on For the Fans continues next Sunday, September 19th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, headlined by a mega showdown on the West Coast where the 5-3 Portland Fleet will meet the 5-3 Los Angeles Lycans in a battle for the division lead. Bonus coverage includes Charleston in Florida and Lone Star, Arizona. It's all coming your way next Sunday. For the Fans, and nearly a pick six as DJ Hume was the intended target on that one.
I guess, St. Louis still wants to hold the old 0 on the board, Mike. I don't think the backups are in.
I wouldn't think so. It's not that. I mean, it's a big lead, but still plenty of time left. That'd be dangerous. Q from his own end zone, up to the top. That one is caught. Gabriel Manning gets the first down. I thought he was out of bounds, but he turned up field first.
Now is the time, boys. Let loose the Manning. Just run at deep corner route. I haven't seen it, but it's the kind of thing you'd have Manning do.
Let Manning loose.
Release the beast.
Hashtag free Manning. JQ in the gun. Manning up top on the out route. Pump fake and sacked. And they'll hurry back to the line. Looks like that was Mike Belote with the sack.
This is bad news.
Q up top. Caught by Manning and out of bounds. Or I believe that was DJ Hume. 3rd down and 10. Clock stopped with 3 minutes, 37 seconds.
Well, they got out of bounds, and at least it gets them enough yards to make this a manageable 3rd and probably 4th. So if you're looking at a 4th down, you got to know if you're going to go for it or not. If you are, you can settle for being short. But if not, you got to get it all, obviously. And obviously, you got to execute a score.
Q over the middle. And it's complete, but it's complete by a Gladiators defender. That one's taken away by Colin Douglas. He's got a lot of picks on his career, and he basically just put this one away for his team. That's his first interception here in season 17.
Well, we know what's coming, Mike. It starts with Cairo and ends with Martinez with a little cherry on top.
Oh, Bill Cherry's going to be out in front, Matt.
Well, in my Sunday, he's on top.
Martinez.
And this is Sunday,
this
Mike.
One up the middle.
I'm claiming this is my Sunday.
Runs that one up the middle. Colin Douglas, Matt, all-time stats, 53 picks now on his career. That's good for number 7 all-time. Not too far behind Evan Carroll, who's got 54.
You know where he started his career?
I believe. Well, was it Mexico City or St. Louis?
It was Mexico
City. Or not
City.
St. Louis, the Santa Fe. Were they Santa Fe at the time?
Yeah. Those Santa Fe throwbacks, undefeated. I keep telling Ramos we need to go back to him. We'll never lose a game. But
just
doesn't
keep
believe me. Yeah.
Well, usually there's more to a game plan than the uniform, Matt.
No, Mike, it's the blinding orange helmet. It's a thing of beauty.
Fort Worth Toros out in front of the San Diego Mavericks, 44-16. It's been several blowout games so far here in Week 8, Matt. We had Week 7 with a lot of games decided by one score or less, and Week 8, man, things just kind of got flipped on their heads. A lot of games have been very convincingly won by the winning team. A lot of them haven't even been close. This one so far is still a shutout as the Gladiators look to add some more points on. It'll be another field goal try after an out route falls a yard shy of the line to gain by Paul Delavu.
Yeah, not exactly Paul's best moment there. Just extend the ball, Paul. Come on. But, it's okay. Don't take any risks. And see if St. Louis can drive home a kick this time.
Taz von Wolfswinkel on for a 30-yard field goal try, trying to redeem himself from his earlier wide right miss. Can the Wolfswinkel put it through the uprights? The kick is on its way, and the Wolfswinkel is good from 30. Gladiators now out in front, 20-0 over the Desperados.
Ooh.
And a random wolf from Matt.
He's there's a wolf in his name, Mike. Darn it, there's got to be a wolf in there someplace. Either his ancestors killed a wolf, or Wolf ate one of his ancestors. One way or the other.
In some way, a wolf was involved. So Taz von Wolfswinkel has the ball teed up, ready to kick this one back away to Gabriel Manning. And or Terrence Cooley. We'll see which one gets the return. That's got to be Manning.
Oh,
With
yeah.
those photo wheels spins his way up to the 36. I thought we were finally going to see that electric explosion from Manning. But he's wrapped up and tackled. So 2:01 to go here in the fourth quarter in what has been a very one-sided ball game.
Someone says Wolfswinkel plays poker with a wolf every Wednesday night. What's he on? I want to know, because if you're playing poker with a wolf, that's not a good idea.
That's truly bizarre. That's all I can say. Manning catches the ball at the 40, steps out of bounds, brings us to the 2-minute warning. We'll be back after a short break to wrap this one up. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. Welcome back to St. Louis as we wrap this ball game up. Somebody in the chat letting us know that the booth was on fire. Thank you. I did extinguish that with the included fire extinguisher. Fire safety first, folks. 2nd down and 6. Q throws this one right back into the hands of the Gladiators defense. And Matt, that one, wow, taken away by Kilroy Kalua, a backup linebacker, as the backups were in, and even the backups getting involved, picking off the ball from JQ, and that's going to be about all she wrote in this one.
Maybe that's where Wolfswinkel's getting his booze from, Kalua. Goes good coffee, I hear.
It could be. And Matt, all seriousness, when you started off the game, you said one of your keys to the game was, JQ and his loss to the Jacksonville Kings last week. He was 37 of 59, almost 300 yards, but no touchdowns and 3 picks. And you said one of the keys to victory, he's got to be more careful with the football. And in this one, his stat line, 19 to 30, no touchdowns and 3 picks. So more of the same out of JQ. And, it's something that he's going to have to continue to work on here in his second season, as this offense just continues to struggle. In this game, not able to put up any points at all so far in this one. And they'll get another shot probably against the backup defense.
Oof.
Sack coming there, setting up a 3rd down and 18. They'll burn their second time out.
Kalu is a 6-time SFL non-contract team. Don't know about that. I know Freddie Fox has been on all sorts of all-star teams.
Freddie Fox for backup MVP.
Yes.
Third down and 18. Ball is handed off. And Tulsa will burn their final timeout after that Bill Cherry run. Gets it up to the Tulsa 44. And we will see Johnny Pickles once again, Matt. The Pickle returns to the field to punt the ball away.
He looks like a pickle in these uniforms.
Well, they are very dark green, like the outside of a pickle would be.
The inside of a pickle is pretty green, too. A little lighter.
Not as dark as the outside, Matt. Typically, the skin of the pickle is darker than the interior.
Yeah, if the inside of the pickle is darker than the outside, you got a problem. Don't eat that pickle.
You got a bad pickle if that's the case, and I would recommend not eating it, as it could cause some sort of food poisoning. Gabriel Manning takes the fair catch back at the 15-yard line.
Now, Mike, tell me you like dill pickles more than sweet pickles.
Yeah, that dill pickles, Matt, are the only ones that should exist.
Yes. I hate you get a hot dog and you get relish and it's sweet relish. That should be.
You got to throw the hot dog away.
It's un-American. It's illegal. Personal foul. Get out of the game.
Right. Personal foul, unnecessary sugar on whoever set that pickle up. And a deep pass over the middle is caught. Minute 30 to go in this ball game. Jason France adding to his yardage total as well. He's the leading receiver for the Desperados. Gets that one. No, that one falls to the turf. Pass is incomplete. Minute 20 to go.
It's like, would you put whipped cream on a hot dog, Mike? I don't think so. So that's
only if you've completely lost your mind.
Same thing with sweet relish. If you've completely lost your mind.
Precisely. Yeah, sugar doesn't belong anywhere. And relish on a pickle, nowhere. I would agree. I would. And a pause in the chat as Matt says, "Would you put whipped cream on your pickle route down to the bottom tip?"
Oh my gosh! Somebody got some bad pickles on offense right now.
That was Radrick Davis, one of the backup wide receivers for the Desperados, and a 3rd down and 10. Ashley Jackson saying bread and butter pickles are amazing. How dare you? I'll tell you how dare us, Ashley. It's because they are amazingly bad, is what I think she meant by that. They're amazingly bad.
I'll try putting bread and butter on a pickle and see. I mean, that's a sandwich, isn't it? Bread and butter on a pickle.
But bread and butter pickles are the name of the sweet pickle.
Oh.
JQ checks this one down on 3rd and 10, gains 2 yards, and would imagine they will try to go for it as we tick down to 1 minute to go. Deli-style dill pickles are really the only ones that I like. Not even like a store-bought dill pickle.
I like it nice and vinegary, nice
and crisp. You got to get the ones out of the refrigerated section. If it's on a shelf, if it's shelf stable, it's no good. It's got to be refrigerated.
Pickles are no good for anyone.
Out route. Gabriel Manning keeps the drive alive for the Desperados. Pickle talk and broadcasting all simultaneously.
I'm just trying to get people.
Spikes the ball.
Friends don't let friends eat sweet pickles.
This is true.
Take their car keys.
Reminding us about your Jason reside in the chat, Matt. He's reminding us about your self-cooking turducken theory. I believe that was
that's delicious.
Sioux Falls Sparrows and Las Vegas Fury, if I remember correctly.
There's a purpose. There'll be no sweet relish on my turducken, self-cooking turducken. The Phoenix duck turkey chicken.
Completely. DJ Hume getting 5 on that one. Will we see any points? Going deep and incomplete. That was the deep pass to Manning that we were asking for a while ago.
Yeah.
Rick Northrup in the chat, fried pickles. And yes, I would agree. Although I tried making fried pickles at home, it didn't come out quite the same as I had in the restaurant. I got to try that one again.
I'd be down. I haven't had them ever.
I think, well, fried pickle chips are better than fried pickle spears, and I was trying to make fried pickle spears. Didn't quite go the way I had intended. Q over the middle. Somehow that one is caught. I thought that was going to be tipped.
Believe it or not, he's walking on air.
Oh, Jones catches it and then wanders around and then finally gets back to the line. Just in time for that ball to be snapped into the turf, stopping the clock with 4 seconds to go. 2nd down and 10. We'll probably see one more play.
All right, Tulsa, come on. 4 seconds to go. The O has got to go. Throw it to the end zone. See what happens. If you get picked, I won't blame you.
And they're at least going to try, Matt. They're in Hail Mary formation, 28 yards away from the end zone.
Oh, well, I don't know if I'd do that. But
that's unique.
Maybe
Q, pressure coming.
Oh, no.
Down he goes. And,
I'm out.
Matt,
Oh, never mind.
That
There's no timeouts.
right there kind of describes the entire game for the Desperados. Just everything went St. Louis's way. Nothing went the Gladiators' way. St. Louis comes away with the victory, 20-0 over the visiting Desperado. Matt, your final thoughts on this one?
0. Literally 0 points scored in this game. 3 turnovers for Tulsa, but they could have had a couple more on defense. And then just the inability to get your weapons going. The running game wasn't going well. And then your receivers, Manning, France had a few catches, but just the defense wasn't bad. It just, if your offense scores a few points, it takes a lot of pressure off them. So they've got to figure out they need to scrap the system and start anew. I know it's kind of late in the season for that, but they got to have some plays that are going to work against SFL quality defenses.
They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's broke.
The car is destroyed.
It's broken. It needs to be replaced. Matt, that's awesome. You get a little highlight of a Taz von Wolfswinkel field goal. That one was up and that one was good.
Where's the Kahlua guy? There he is.
So the Tulsa Desperados will fall to 2-6 on the season. St. Louis will improve to 4-4. Next up for Tulsa, they are back at home. They host the Vancouver Legion. For the Gladiators, they'll hit the road next week. Matt, they head down to the southwestern corner of the country. They'll take on the San Diego Mavericks. Simulationfl League action returns in Week 9 on Saturday, September 18th. The player of the game, is it Phil Koss? Could it be Phil Koss? It is indeed. The tight end is the player of the game. 13 receptions, 140 yards, eclipsing his season totals. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on Twitch. Final score, 20-0 St. Louis. For Matt Wilson, Gerald Smith, Cameron Irvine, I am Mike Dagg saying thank you for joining us and have a great night, everybody.